My art, creativity, execution streak seems to have finally come to an end, with the item breaking the camel's back being drained of energy to produce art. Not a lack of creativity, that remains unusually strongly, but physical energy to just put said ideas into the canvas. I should have expected this, to be honest, as my energy was all over the place, as mentioned in previous entries. Although I suppose it differs from the cause of my last burnout, which was due to a lack of ideas on what to draw. I think I've just been spreading myself too thin, doing other hobbies to put effort I'd like into drawing. I've been playing chess, singing, playing Destiny, playing Dust and Elysian Tale, learning Japanese, etc. And that's on top of the stress that I will have to start looking for a job in a few days now, stripping away my freedom to do what I'd like to do. While on hobbies, might as well talk a little chess. Nowadays, I mainly play bullet chess. I don't really play any of the other time controls, as I have a strong subconscious fear of losing rating points and never being able to get to the same place as I once was. So my rapid and blitz ratings have remained the same, while the bullet rating goes up and down wildly. I think as to why the fear of losing rating does not apply to bullet is simply due to how quickly I can gain it back. I can lose 100 rating points and regain it later in a short span of time. I will acknowledge that playing bullet has certainly made chess better in some areas and absolutely mediocre in others, with the most notable downgrade being my board visibility, as before, I would not hang my queen at all. Out of 100 games now, I'll lose the queen in 20 of them, which is pretty bad, to say the least. Or at least that's what it feels like to me anyway. As for games, I've only really came back to Destiny because my cousin and brother needed another to help with a dungeon, and since then, I only play to get the exotic cipher, and that's it. Once I get that, I stop playing until Xur returns. To me, I'm just waiting on the final shape to come out, and only then will I go back to playing the game on a daily basis. Until then, I'm going to continue playing Dust and Elysian Tale. Said game I've known about for the longest time, but never went out of my way to play until now. So far, and with 8 hours of playtime, I have enjoyed it. I remember a critique about said game was that it can get repetitive, and I get that now. But since the story remains engaging, I'll keep playing. Thankfully, it's been so long since I've heard the story of this game, it feels totally fresh. Especially since I have forgotten specific and important details in regards to Dust's past life and memories and how that factors into the narrative of the story. Also, in regards to my fitness, since I'll be returning to working soon, I'll have to figure out a schedule for that. Definitely can't work out thrice a week anymore, unfortunately. Hopefully, I can do at least twice a week, but that feels foolhardy. I don't know. I imagine I'll have to take out cardio, specifically the road work, or at least the amount of road work. I've already made a shortened version of the path I normally take, so that's kind of done. I'll still probably try to do jump rope at any opportunity I can, assuming I'm not tired, but all of this talk of creating a new routine is really dependent on how physically demanding my next job will be. I'll figure it out and hopefully I can get used to it and ultimately like the future training routine. I'm calling this entry. Darla Soka episode 7 was meh. Bochi breaking out of her shell and saving her band's performance was relatable and awesome in that order. I'm gonna probably finish that show before the next entry. I'll have to check what's the next anime I have to watch. Soon, I imagine, yes. Anyways, I'm gonna go lie down now because I don't have the energy to draw what I need to right now. Probably be a nap turned into sleep. Most definitely sleeping. Like a couple hours. This journal entry was written on September 30th, 11 a.m.